And welcome back to my channel. I don't know what's happening at the moment. Everything's sort of appearing, but I'm not appearing. I'll see if I can my camera over. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let's see if I can fix the video up. Oh, where am I? Ooh, I'm just here. Hello. So, I thank you for bearing with me over the last couple of days. I've had I did 5 podcasts. The latest 2 have gone live, which is quite great, and I'm quite excited about that. But James Derrick has responded, and that has led Katie Joy to accuse Miranda of being evil, which is really, I think it's a little bit uncalled for, in my opinion. And she has also talked about another TLC program that's coming up, which she's criticised. But she's got to remember that TLC is her bread and butter. That's where she gets all her money from. So she shouldn't really be criticising them and making fun of them. So anyway, so let's have a look. So yesterday we finished with her saying that 7M's response was delusional. That the lawsuit against I believe that there's a payment of lack of wages one which was paid out, and I'm not sure who that is that was involving. But they tend to forget that. But she's saying everyone is being sued by apparently they're quite prepared to go down the path, the litigation path, and maybe that might stop some of them. So she says number 1 on Netflix for 7 days straight, and number 1 in 25 countries. She's now number 1 in 25 countries. When she first broke the story in 2022, she knew the story needed a bigger platform. The mainstream media picked up the story for a bit of time. However, Robert Shin began threatening legal action against anyone that spoke about the series. Creators and media outlets were hit with cease and desists. These caused many people to back off. Then like we heard his own words in the. Can someone who's watched the series tell me whether this is what he said, or is this all made up? Because as I said, I haven't watched it, only because I'm not prepared to pay for Netflix for one series. So if Netflix wants me to watch it, they'll give it to me for free. Robert admits on audio to directing Miranda in Michigan. He told her to live. She was directed to record the meeting. He instructed her to post on social media. So again, for those of you that have watched it, is that what happened? You know, Robert and his mentor Instagram accounts, the help of YouTube content creators to smear the Wilkins and my report. Anyway, I'm not trying to smear anything. I'm just trying to get the facts out there. And the facts are that you're talking about the church, not the management company. Anyway, churches and the dancers signed to ensure that nothing more was leaked. He instructed the members to see their families and told them to cut off their families without them knowing they were cut off. He weaponized Miranda against her family and made the members believe her family was evil. He attacked all reporters. You're not a reporter, all right? But anyway, or an archival consultant, to use your own words. He made the dancers. Yesterday, he used the same tactics Miranda was forced up, which we do not believe that she wrote to family and me for. Never mentioned you, Katie Joy. She never gave you the time of day. Is that why you're so butthurt? Because she didn't mention you. She did not watch the series. On his tiny 7M Instagram threatened to sue everyone. Accused Melanie Lee and Priscilla of extortion. Robert accused Netflix of giving the platform to spread the lies. He finally accused production of being in a giant conspiracy with members to ruin his business. Well, he does actually say in that they've got letters, they've got sworn depositions stating that there was extortion. Where's all the sworn statements to say that all these things happened? I'm saying. We know the pressure is working. Please continue to share the series and tag that in the sheriff's office. Ask them to finally arrest Robert Shin. Please to win back public favour with his games. She's going for him. As I said, you can be a nasty person and a horrible boss. You can be all of these things. That doesn't mean that you're legal. I don't know whether he has. I've not seen enough evidence, but I do know that everyone who's talking about the cult referred to the church, not the management company. And to reiterate for those at the back, Melanie and Priscilla, Melanie left before 7M was even formed. And so to M into that issue, that she was part of the 7M cult is actually defamatory because it's not true. Because 7M was not around when she was in the church or the cult, whatever you want to call it. She says, until she continues to prove that they have a platforming rageaholic man that is facing charges for manslaughter and the being Spanish, she says. So, and then we've got here, James Stewart responded to docu-series by resharing a post from his sister about the series being one-sided. James was offered to play with games. He refused to participate. He was asked multiple times Derek and Jessica both told me that James declined. No one from James's family spoke publicly. The series came out. We did make contact with several of his friends, his ex-wife and roommates. Unfortunately, no one wanted to blame them. Why? I mean, why should saying if they didn't want to speak on camera, then they still speak out. My sister about the situation would be, are you okay with your brother being involved in a church where the pastor has all of the control and the pastor is say by multiple women? I think the thing is accused, okay? You can be accused and still not be found guilty and still not be guilty. I'm not defending anybody. I've known throughout my law degree, and there are many, many cases and many, many examples where for various people have been accused of doing something that they haven't done. So, I'm very much aware of that. Are you okay with the details shared by former members? Or are you being influenced by Robert and his one-sided narrative to try and deflect the truth? We know that Robert 100% love bombs some families and will also not force some members to fully go no contact. We know he isolates some members and not others. This was shared in the series. James had the chance to speak. James said no. James doesn't need his own series because he turned down his chance. James is a victim and not to blame. Robert is making them all look terrible, and it's heartbreaking. These posts continue to create arguments and fights to distract from Robert's actions. So this is a statement about James Derrick's response to the and then this is blank for some reason. I don't know why that's blank. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's not showing up. I think it may. This says, let's just get this here. It says here, give my brother B Dash and his wife Miranda Derrick a documentary of their side of the story. That something is a one-sided story. That's why James' family wasn't interviewed for the documentary. For this documentary, he has family too. And I don't know why she's the mouthpiece of the docuseries, because it just seems that she's the mouthpiece for the docuseries, that everybody just seems to let her talk for them. Why aren't they, the docuseries people, saying, hey, she shouldn't be doing this? So, and for those of you in the replay crew, I hope that you everything is okay with you and everything. So it's just really bizarre what's happening. That's all I will say. I'd be very interested to hear what you all think about it all. There's been some stuff today, yeah, so everything's timing out for me at the moment. Oh, this is a pain. Is it my internet again? My internet's not very good at the moment, so I apologise. I don't know. Just fed up with things not working for me. I'm just going to switch to my phone. Just give me a moment. What's wrong, Ian? Internet. Yeah, I know. you can see the junk behind me. So, all right, you can. Oh, there we go. We're back. Hopefully now this is good. I've just changed over my internet, so I'm running off my phone. So so this was posted by B Dash's sister that said that she hoped that it says good morning, my brother B Dash and his wife, their own series, a documentary of their own side. Okay, and then done this. Oh yeah,
falls flat when everyone was given an opportunity. They know, and they don't like the final voice wasn't included. Honestly, Robert wouldn't have let them do it anyway. But it's literally only one side, one person speaking. In case we had two families, answers, the two women that were impacted, and an anonymous former member that also on the phone reported Robert to police.
Actually, the two women weren't part of 7M. So then she goes on again. So she's going after really hard. Derek has demanded docuseries flicks. Actually, it wasn't him that did it. It was his sister. But anyway, there is currently no plans for the second series. I can share with you the following information. Derek Doreen, but his name shared today, Janine. So she never get the director's name correct. So this is the actual director, not like he Doreen. Repeatedly contacted James for his side of the story for months. The production held out hope that at some point during the making of the series, Miranda and Derek would leave the group. There's always been hope and share their sides of the story. And finally, James Derek was not positive. James told Derek that he was aware of the docuseries but did not want to participate. And don't forget, there's a at foot at the moment as well. So, it's all that they have been advised because of the James not being included is not nefarious at all. It says people that was enough for James and expressing concerns in 2022 were his friends, his roommate. Many of these people asked to participate in the series, but they either did not respond or declined. During the 2022 social media storm, no one from James's family was publicly anybody not appear that he was a cult. So you can't keep changing your name. You can't keep changing the narrative here. James is a very trusting person, and Robert has taken advantage of James' need for guidance and help. James wanted his friends to be with him. There is zero cult Robert and James if James told to tell the story. In my opinion. All of this. So I just don't know what's happening with this. His sister made the post. Yet, like they are so close. James' dad died. His memorial was January. B dash not Miranda. B dash not Miranda were there. Popped into a hospital room for Thanksgiving just for a photo. Someone says. And then they're saying they hope they. Well, as I said, it will ultimately depend on. Now, here's where she calls her nasty. Miranda gets nasty under Robert's direction. I love your smile, my brother. It says Miranda Derrick is getting nasty and crying out exactly how things were used by Robert to get back at her family. He's having her post stories to directly hurt her parents. This is further proof she did not see the documentary. James' sister is clearly being gaslit and used as a prop by Robert Shin. Maybe she's just trying to protect her brother. Remember, Priscilla said that Robert love bombed her once his church fell apart. Robert is not above showering families with gifts to keep them silent. James's sister is clearly buying the spoon-fed lies that James has been given on behalf of her. Oh, hello, Physics Down Under. I know I was a bit concerned no one was watching. This is super common in Robert's cult. He gaslights and changes the narrative constantly, leaving people confused. Miranda, James are now showing you the nasty personality that Robert Shin programs in his followers. None of this changes, folks. And none of this changes the facts. There are 6 other women that have accused Robert of SA. There are members we met that had horrible stories of forced labour, fraud, and assault, but they refused to go on camera. At this point, I would boycott any brand they promote, but that's just my opinion. You can't tell people to boycott a brand because that is tortious interference. These are my opinions, and I am entitled to them, just like Roberto. So, yes. So, thank you for standing up for yourself. So she says, she essentially talks about the fact that, let's have a look.
To share their story and their truth and their side, right, to the Netflix documentary. And, just because some people took that opportunity and some people didn't, doesn't mean that you can shame or downgrade or get upset, right? With what's being said, the opportunity to speak your truth. It's like getting mad at.
Well, it's interesting because it's funny because Miranda has spoken her truth and everyone's candor. Physics Down Under says you can say things, but words have consequences, particularly when they interfere with trade or reputations. And this is my point with Kate, and this is why I'm having trouble with what because Katie Joy now is saying boycott them, which is interference of trade. She's telling everyone she was telling everyone yesterday to not follow Miranda. She was telling everybody to unfollow the dancers. So in my opinion, she's interfering with the trade. And one of the things that they have sued her for is interference of trade. So why on earth would you go down that path if you're already in trouble? So I also want to see what these mean posts are that Miranda has allegedly posted. That has got everybody so up in arms because unfortunately Physics Down Under, she has a pile of minions who do the number of people that have stated that they were going to unfollow them is pretty surreal. See, it says, I think we all need to message this account told Robert Shin that he's been exposed to the world now. So they're all going after her. Yeah. So let's go to, and I know that there's some, I know that they've had to cut off their, they've had to limit their comments. So here is some of Miranda's postings. So this was her getting her nails done. All right. Then there's this one. She had a good time at her sister's wedding, and everyone's saying stage photo. She's just doing it for publicity. The man of God, the man that does not worship. And then they're talking about her being manipulated, watching to see if the follows start to go down after the documentary. We're side. It's obviously a stage photo after the documentary. Absolutely stunning. Apart from you looking absolutely gorgeous, why hasn't anyone asked about this incredible dress yet? Just watched the Netflix documentary. I had no idea. You're making Robert your God, not the real God. Fake news. Were you the maid of honor? Have you watched the Netflix documentary? Dancing with the Devil Netflix series, Miranda protagonist. I was stupidly part of a cult myself. I know what it means. No matter what they tell you, you're being manipulated because they don't care what you are and what you are. I don't want to feed these crazy bigots out their head. That's why. So, yeah, all right. Of course, yeah, of course it's staged. You're right.
Got me a Cadillac.
So they also posted that from Tiger Eyes. This was what date was that? A few days ago. They've had to remove a lot of comments because there was a lot of horrible comments. Then that was Dancing Out, and it says sad. Shin did suggest old style music. I really hope Tiger Eyes ain't involved while that Seven production stuff. I remember he was on my dance group. Yeah, so they've taken away a lot of the horrible stuff that they had. So, and then she gets criticized for deleting comments. So that was that. So apparently these are her mean posts. All right, so here's her. She said that she was getting mean on her Instagram. Unless, of course, it's all being deleted. How is Miranda Derrick's getting nasty and cruel? Then this is all playing out. How on earth is she being nasty and cruel by posting this photo? Someone tell me how that works. All right. The other thing, so what we need to remember also is that, oh, my keyboard's not working. Okay, it should be working now. What we also need to remember, I think, Yeah, but you are right. She's staging. She's posing for a photo. Why isn't my thingo working? My keyboard's not working. That's fun, isn't it? Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Yeah, it's just, so the biggest issues I have is, I keep reiterating, is that according to their timeline, this Melanie in particular left. Yeah, I know. I don't know why everyone's not talking, unless they're all Katie Joy fans and they don't want to say anything. I don't know. Look, I know a lot of people don't like this content, but I do, as we know, I do like to call out stuff that's wrong, particularly yeah. So if, for example, they said that the church was a cult, I would be more inclined to say, yep, you're right. I could talk smack on another comment. I could talk smack, think about Muslim and funding his own appeal. I think that's a bit of a joke myself. Hello, Will. How are you? Yay, someone else is here. There's so much, because I have. You're doing a. You're listening while you're doing housework. Okay. Nice. All right. This was an article that's been posted. This also set off a few people. So it says, Dancing for Devil, Miranda, Derek calls Netflix stock one side and says she doesn't condone abuse. I'm just a woman trying to live my life. I'm not a victim. Now, what is really interesting about this as well is that, KJ said in that little thing that a one-sided conversation, they had 3 different people, but they were all on the one side. You can have 3 people. You could say, well, I was fair. I did a debate. But if everyone has the same point of view, if everyone's point of view was, nasty, he's the devil, then you've only still got one point of view. Now, I think the easiest, have you been researching? I have looked at I haven't seen the defamation drama. I've been trying to make sense of the Rakita law meltdown. Will, I can't quite work it all out. It's I watched his arraignment, and it was something to behold, to be honest with you. I thought it was very bizarre indeed. I would be we might head to that, but my keyboard's not working. So anyway, Miranda Derrick addressed the allegations. She said her side and why she missed her grandfather's funeral. She denied suffering abuse at the hands of Robert Shin's 7M organization or Shekinah Church. As I said, the problem with the Netflix documentary is that they called it the 7M TikTok cult, when 2 of the people in that series were not there when 7M was started in 2021. Melanie Lee left Shekinah in 2011. That's 10 years before 7M was formed. How can she be part of a docu-series that talks about the 7M TikTok cult when she wasn't even in it? So it says that she's, here's her statement. So this is People Magazine. People Magazine got criticized for giving her a voice. But she's got, she talks about legal purposes. And she's Instagram live video. Other families and former 7M film dancers and former Shekinah church members raised allegations. See, they're saying that former 7M dancers and the church members raised, but against Shin and the church. Shin, 7M films, and the Shekinah church have denied allegations. You've got three separate elements there, and they've lumped them all into one. So here she's quoting so it ends up, she says, how I live my life is up to me, and I would agree with that. How she lives her life is up to her, and she's not the victim. Yeah. So his biggest offender, Barnes, is classic conservative libertarian. Oh, really? Yeah, see, I've seen something on Barnes, and I can't work that out. I know someone got the body cam footage. Well, did you know that it made Australian media? So have a look at this. We're just segueing into Rakita law at the moment. It says, famous YouTuber faces 25 years in jail. A famous YouTuber who specializes in legal issues is reportedly facing 25 years in prison after being arrested on multiple charges. A specializes in legal issues has been reported. U.S. lawyer Nick Rakita is facing 25 years in prison after being arrested on Thursday. This was last year, alongside his wife Kayla and another fellow international. They have menage a trois. Prosecutors filed charges against the Minnesota couple on Friday. What is it with Minnesota? For second-degree drug possession, child endangerment, and gross misdemeanor firearm charge. According to arrest documents, police reportedly attempted to execute a search warrant on May 23 at Rakita's house and was greeted by a little girl at the front door who would not let them inside. After Rakita refused to provide the door code, police used the battering ram to gain access and found the couple and 4 juveniles inside. After searching the master bedroom and bathroom, authorities allegedly found a variety of drug paraphernalia, including 3 small bags, and tested positive for cocaine, 8 green tablets. You don't know what's happened in your home state, physics down under. For ketamine, a drug scale, and several other items that tested positive for cocaine. They also found a gun, several magazines, and loose ammunition underneath the bed, spent shell casing on the bedroom floor, and located additional firearms. Rakita and his wife were taken into custody. He told his authorities he and his wife slept in the master bedroom, where police claimed to have found most of the drug paraphernalia. The couple refused to answer questions about the cocaine. Before the arrest, some of the YouTuber's fans raised concern about his health after a clip of him appearing to doze off during the live stream was circulated. He had several injuries to his arms when he was arrested, describing the source company with substance abuse users. Rakita, who owns a law firm, skyrocketed in popularity throughout the pandemic as he covered high-profile cases, including Kyle Rittenhouse's trial and Johnny Depp's lawsuit against Amber Heard. He has more than 150,000 followers on X, formerly Twitter, nearly 450,000 subscribers on YouTube. Couple appeared in court on Friday. A recent post from Rakita suggests he was released on bail. He said, hey, obviously a lot has happened. I'm sorry. For legal purposes, it must be reiterated that the sorry is for disruption and is no way related to any pending legal matters. That said, please realize that no one has the full story or picture on anything. It's possible no one ever will. Nothing reported is accurate, and it's not their fault. And that's not their fault. I've seen many supportive messages. Thank you for that. I'll still be doing stuff. I'm home now. Stay tuned for show announcements and stuff here on Locals. So he's denied any wrongdoing. Mr. The fascinating stream explain how we got introduced to the subject. Oh, wow. Okay. Who's he suing for defamation? Is I guess what I want to know. Yeah. So that's sort of where wasn't he drugged out or something? I heard that she was supposed to be the nanny or something, or I don't know. I'm not really sure. Yeah. So the Rakita law thing's a bit baffling. Of course he did. So I don't know. What does that do? I mean, I don't know what that does to his legal license. Does that affect it at all? Because I don't really know how that affects him. Right. Yeah, well, I can see why. I think if he's convicted of a felony, he can't practice law. So while he's out on bail, it's okay, is it? So he's apparently he had white powder on his nose, and there was a photo here of him in his stream. I mean, he's a shadow of what he was, in my opinion. That's the mugshots. So appeared to have lost weight, they said. And the children told their school they were hungry. They were forced to wear unwashed clothes for days at a time. They might look at his conduct on his streams whether he was being professional. So he went off on the judge and now she judge. Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. So I mean, that was him. That was him in the stream. Was it just the day before or something? He looks off his face. Absolutely off his face. I would not really want to go to a lawyer that looked like that. It would depend on his bail conditions, yeah. His court appearance was posted on X, and his charges read aloud by the judge. He said he was representing himself and his wife. They've been released, but they've got to appear on August 8. So it says he's a licensed lawyer. Yeah. YouTube would not like it. Okay. Wow. He's still here. Interesting. So here we go. Here he is his legal license. He's authorized to practice law. He's got no disciplinary action at the moment, but that's currently. And now it says he does not does not represent private clients either. Interesting, okay? So would it? It'd be a separate manner. So then we've got here lawyers professional board here. So then you've got your professional conduct here. Professional conduct. So let's have a look. I'm just really interested to see what would happen. I mean, we have to disclose to be accepted to so terminology, competence. There would be something in here. Oh yeah, maintaining the integrity of the profession. So say, I'm sure there would be something in here about maintaining the profession. There would have to be. It would have to be misconduct. It would have to come under misconduct, I reckon. So let's have a look. So that's for bar. An applicant for admission or a lawyer in connection with bar may not knowingly make a false statement. Hello, Ruth. Failed to disclose the fact necessary yet. Oh, she bailed out before him and his wife? Yeah. A lawyer shall not make a statement that the lawyer knows to be false with reckless disregard to the truth, as falsity concerning the qualification integrity of a judge. Okay. That lawyer who knows that another lawyer committed a violation of the rules of lawyer who, so here's that. Self-regulation is not required. Misconduct. So it is professional misconduct for the lawyer to violate or attempt to violate rules of professional conduct, knowingly assist or induce another to do so, commit a criminal act that reflects adversely on the lawyer's honesty, trustworthiness, or fitness as a lawyer in other respects, engage in conduct involving dishonesty, fraud, deceit, or misrepresentation, engage in conduct that is prejudicial to the administration of justice, state or imply an ability to influence improper, knowingly assist a judge in conduct that is a violation, harass a person, commit a discriminatory act, just having a look. That is pretty vague, isn't it? I was just saying, I'm just having a look on here. Yeah. It is pretty vague, although could he get done on or fitness as a lawyer? Because wouldn't you say being high on drugs would make you unfit? I'm just putting it out there. So I really don't I don't know, but I mean it's well, I think in some regards that, gets charged, of course he'll have to be done, won't he? But yeah. Yeah, so if he is charged, I guess, it'd be interesting. But anyway, that's the rules of professional conduct as we know it. So Okay, I'm just pulling up another YouTube account. I'm just pulling up. We're going to go back. Yeah, but that's a very interesting case, to be fair. Oh, really? All right. Well, that's true. That is true. There is. What's the other? Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how that all plays out. To be fair, I'm really interested to see how that's all going to play out, and with Rakita. So yeah. You know, the documentary would have been a lot better if they had so this is exposing 7M here, and she's posting a truth in public interest. So I'm sure this is where Katie gets some of her stuff from. All right. So it says Kylie calls out 7M hosted event and labels them as a cult. Right? But as I said, considering that some of these people have actually so this says here are some of the pages of the new cross complaint. 3 years, and it says Shekinah is a cult operating under the guise of the religious organization. This is what's in their lawsuit in California. My question, the issue that I have is that that in there that they're talking about Shekinah being the they're all saying that Shekinah is the cult. So then I'm going and prosperity theology is very crucial for 7M films and Shekinah cult. But I haven't seen, I've not seen anything to say that 7M is nothing but other than the dance group. So, you know, so it says, this is an update about Nick So apparently Nick Reno's grown up in the church. He even wanted to be a priest. So it says, when you first joined 7M, he posted a ton with other dancers. Then Robert said he was not profitable and that he isn't a good dancer. They moved him to be behind the scenes or a cameraman. He gets zero credit for his work. He has downgraded every part of his life with Robert and Hannah's influence. Is Nick safe? We don't know. We do know that Robert has punished his own child in unfathomable ways, so we need to get Nick out of there as quickly as possible. His physical and mental well-being are the main concerns. One thing about Nick is a dedicated man. We believe that Robert is trying to see just how dedicated Nick really is. Would you die to everything you've ever known for? Your family, your content, your car, your house, and everything. Nick, your family, friends love you. I want the best for you. Please go home and leave Robert behind. You don't need him. You only need to have your relationship with God. Only you can control that. You're so talented. Please support and encourage Nick in any way you can. His YouTube is still up. And then someone's talking about boycotting the businesses. A former member of Shekinah wants to give perspective. So it's really hard to get the tactics. They just want to give insight. So don't judge Miranda. She's doing what they're instructing her to do. We need to show by unsubscribing. See, someone says we need to show Miranda love by unsubscribing and liking her videos. So
Oh, okay.
So my sister got blacklisted, and because of my mental health, I ended up in a pseudo mental hospital created by my dad because he doesn't trust the FDA.
When you say pseudo mental hospital, like the type where he just like tells Daniel and other people what to do?
Yeah. A health worker. My dad fucked up the immigration laws.
Oh, okay.
So my sister got blacklisted, and because of my mental health, I ended up in a pseudo mental hospital created by my dad because he doesn't trust the FDA.
So it says Conrad says the interview under the influence of Robert, he was held against his will in a pseudo mental hospital by Daniel and others instead of receiving proper mental health. Because Katie's responded and said, "This is why I remain concerned about Nick. When Conrad was in the middle of a bipolar break, his dad confined him to a room at their La Miranda property for months. He was literally beaten by other members trying to get the demons out of him. Robert always claims to be a doctor, but his license expired in 93, 94. He was never a mental health provider and barely worked as a doctor. There is zero factual evidence that demons cause bipolar, but that's Robert's belief. I'm scared for Nick." Did you know it's going to be in the documentary? But Robert is a medical professional. He was an actual physician. Was he a mental health worker? Is medical... Are you trying to say... It's just a statement of fact. So there was a bit of an argument there. No, he didn't even finish his what is it? He lost his license or didn't finish medical school. That's from a former member of Shekinah. You see, the interesting thing there is that I don't know whether he's a doctor or not. Now, Balls's page was taken down last night. Was called out, and here it is. Her account was suspended last night. She managed to get it back. So apparently, according to Miss Balls, Kelly Wilkin filed, put pictures of the wedding. All right. Yeah. So people are saying Katie's claiming that she's both with Kelly today. I highly doubt that. And, people calling him a deadbeat dad. So, yeah. And all of this, a lot of people get this stuff from Katie Joy, about all of this stuff. So, she's got a lot to answer for, in my opinion. Yeah. So anyway, that's about all I've got for you tonight. Thank you for joining me. I hope to be on. Oh no, I'm going to be away tomorrow night. It's a long weekend where I live this weekend. We've got we've got the King's birthday holiday on Monday. Public holidays all the way. And what do you reckon? Apparently, allegedly, she's saying Gypsy Rose Blanchard is supposedly pregnant. So, want to know who the father is? Who do you think the father is? Could it be the ex, or could it be the current one? Could be very, very interesting. Anyway, for the replay crew, write down below who you think, what you think about all of who do you think the father is. Anyway, thank you for watching. As I said, I will catch you all again later. We'll keep our eye. I'm going to keep my eye on both of those cases. There's nothing that I can see in anything at the moment. Oh, hi, Vedandra. I was just about to say goodbye. Ooh. Yeah. Because I've done all that I have done. But, yeah, there's the thing about Gypsy Rose allegedly being pregnant. And who's the father? So we've talked about a few things tonight. We've talked about the fact that Katie Joy's saying, I've not seen what anything Miranda done has been evil. So, must be part of, I am allegedly supposed to be part of the cult. And I'm supposed to be paid by Robert Shin. I'm supposed to be paid by Robert Shin. So I figure I'll wait for my paycheck, shall I? Yeah. So we'll just have to wait and see. I really hope the court date comes quickly. The next court date comes quickly so that we can get some answers to these questions. We need to, find out whether Katie Joy is really a reporter. There's still no filings that I can see from in Minnesota for anything. And yes, so I need to see if I can get my internet to work again. Anyway, I will catch you again. I don't know when I'll catch you again. I might give you a tour of my accommodation because I'm going away for a couple of nights. I just need to get away. And I know I've booked a room with a spa bath in it, so I figure I'll probably enjoy myself tomorrow. Anyway, please make sure you hit like and subscribe. I'm going to also link the podcast. Please make sure you listen to the podcasts. In fact, I know that I've got one of them that they're on my site as well. But yeah, if you could, support the podcasts, that would be great as well. Anyway, I'll catch you all.